Right. Shalom, y'all, Sarala. People Israelites like Tulsa, Oklahoma. Once again, I heard a prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. First thing first, head to the east, give our first glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rakadash. Better who returns, speak next to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to sister and brothers labor is true. Shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying so themselves approved. Shalom. So I'm talking today. Hey, that crowd prophecy is starting to come to a head, starting to bubble up. And what we're talking about the MOTB. Esau is running behind schedule. You know, he's being rushed. And they're talking about doing another lockdown, like a climate/medical lockdown. And with that, you know, the spirit, we feel like they're going to go ahead and roll it on out quicker than what, you know, what everybody been talking about. They already been talking about Elon Musk said he got human trials going in 6 months, will be June. I think he's going to bump that up. And plus, he's behind. They already got other companies like Citron, BlackRock. They already got theirs ready to roll out and ready to go. So they're about to roll this thing out real soon. Plus, they're crashing the global economy. So you can see like the fiat dollar system is about to crash. China and Saudi Arabia just struck a deal on that oil. So they cut the U.S. out the petrodollar. The U.S. runs off of oil and gas, which they call it like the petrodollar. So with China now striking that deal, and they already been doing a deal with Russia. So the U.S. economy is guaranteed to crash. It's guaranteed now. Ain't no ifs and buts about it. And then you gotta look at China. They're doing a lockdown. So their economy is crashing as well. So you can tell this is a global system. The whole global, Europe's economy is already crashed. They just ain't talking about it. European Union, they're finished based on that Russia-Ukraine war. So when you look at Europe, China, and Babylon Great America, with those three economies crash, everybody else is going to follow suit. So they're going to say, oh, we got the solution. We're going to go into, you know, the new currency, which is going to be digital, you know, CBDC. Also, in Nigeria, they're already running the pilot program in Nigeria, man. They clocking them at what? $45 a day. That's all the cash they can pull out. So this is going down in Africa as well. So you can see it's all coming to a head. And it's going to roll to that device. $45. They limit down there and pull out $45 a day out the ATM.
That's kind of like when you go back to the old days, it had JP Yakarala working for 25 cents a day. That's all they could. I mean, and so imagine that they got $45 a day, and the local bread is $20, and what? Just when you get to work, they probably another $20. That ain't nothing. So basically, they created a natural struggle by doing that. Okay, so if you can only get $45 of your money out of the ATM, imagine how bad it's gonna really get. Meaning that everybody's not gonna be able to get everything because of necessity for them to live day-to-day life. So this is what these devils get ready to create. Okay.
Like you say, and then what they're doing is they're forcing them to get into the MOTB system. That's what it is, a hard force right there. That's why I say he calls them all. I'm going to pull real quick. That's Revelation 13:16. And like all these other camps, these little sellout camps talking about it ain't that, man, they compromise, man. They're setting you up to take that. And then they're making it where you're not girded up and 100% truth. So when it hits, you're in a panic mode. So like Esau, he gonna try to like jump on you like a snake. So it's gonna come all at once. And like if you're not built up, you're gonna stick your hand out or stick your head out, and you're gonna get clipped up with the device because you wasn't properly edified and versed on what's going on. And like that's what Esau's banking on, is you being ignorant. You know, it's kind of like the same way they did that last scenario, man. They want you to not know, put you in the room, put that pressure on you, like, man, you want to keep your house?
Yeah.
You know, you want to keep your car? You know, keep your family, your old lady? You know, hey, you better take this or you ain't no man. You know, you got to take care of your little ones. So I advise you to take this and, you know, you'll be okay. Esau, man, and this thing is coming quicker. Our salvation is coming sooner than what we believe. But this thing is coming quick, man. Like, I mean, real, it's gonna be coming in like light speed. And so we out here to tell Yasharala, like, hey, Apostle Ed's been talking about it for years, 40 plus years. It's here now. So don't believe nobody talking about, it ain't here, it ain't that. And man, I think ISK will tell you to take it. They gonna tell you to take it. They gonna tell their congregation to take that thing.
Ain't no difference. Just like Bishop Nate, he told him to take. He told his congregation to go get that inoculation.
They already told you to take it. They said, hey man, the Lord don't care if you get the chip in your body. He wants you to eat, right? He wants you to eat.
Yeah.
Right. Generally honest, right?
Yep.
Exactly what he said.
And okay, I'm gonna start out with this right here. This Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, but it's the number of a man. He said, number of a man, and his number is 636. So this has been ushered in by a man. What man? Esau, Edom, the Edomites, man, the so-called white man. This is his system he's ushering in. And he's doing it in an effort to make you not acceptable to Yahweh Shah. And see how this thing gonna come in and says it's gonna stop you from buying or selling. They started that with that scenario they did 2 years ago. If you ain't got a face mask, you can't get in the building. If you ain't got this, you can't even work. So that was a form that was stopping you from buying or selling based on, a thing. That was a test run. Then they're gonna go in, they're gonna go full power in this next thing they do. Vice is rolling out. Look up Elon Musk drone link. If you think we just coming with some crazy conspiracy stuff. Like, no, this is a real thing. This little science fiction stuff is a reality. They're gonna roll it out. And he's behind, like I said earlier. They got other companies that's ahead of the game. And they're gonna roll out, and this is like the scripture says, he calls them all. How is he gonna cause you and force you to do it? By taking away to say, hey man, paper cash is obsolete. We don't take that no more. Dollars, we ain't dealing with that. They're gonna call it what? The Fed coin. Klaus Schwab said they're gonna roll the XRP, the Ripple coin. We'll see if that's it, but it's gonna be a crypto. And it's gonna be like everybody's gonna be on the same thing. China, Russia, Europe, America, everybody gonna use the same thing. It's gonna be a one world system. So it's gonna be a one world currency, and you're gonna have to activate. It's gonna be all on the system, all in a network. That way they can monitor, because these devils want to be like God. So they want to see every move you make. They want to GPS you. They want to know your vital signs, and they want to know everywhere you spend, your cash. And see, this gives the devil more control. And say with a system like that, say you want to go purchase you a gun, they can be like, with your credit, you can't purchase no gun. We're not doing that, and they might delete your whole funds, empty out your whole account because you try to do something they didn't like. Or say, if you like what we're doing now, speaking out against Esau and the government, they'll go ahead and just delete your whole funds for the month and then punish you and say, because you said this, no funds for you, and probably try to starve you out. This thing gonna go like a social credit score. They're gonna be like, if you're a model citizen, then we'll give you some credits. If you don't, if you speak out, or you doing something we don't like, we'll just take all your credits away. No credits for this month. And see, it ain't like you go to ATM machine, draw your money out, and they can't get it. With a total digital system, you are totally under the rule of Esau Edom. It's gonna be complete control. All the way complete. I'm gonna pull this out too. Get back to it. I want to read the penalty of taking. That's big too, and they'll tell you about that. And that's the whole point of him doing this, because they know Yahweh Shah is real, and they want to cut off our connection to him. They want to make it to where we're not acceptable to him. So check it out. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive the mark in his forehead and his hand, the same should drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And it should be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So basically, you take that device, man, that you know, the MOTB system, man, you gonna eat a missile. You know, see, a lot of these sellout jakes gonna think they ain't good company. Like, I got my device, I got my credits, you know, I'm good. You know, but what that scripture just say right there, like, when Yahushua get ready to fire off those nuclear missiles, you're not getting on no cherry with that device in your body, man. That shows you took the mark. You know, you took the device. You took what Esau, you know, prescribed. And what that scripture say, you're gonna suffer the wrath of Yahushua without mixture. You know, he hates you now because you bow down to Esau. That's what that's really all about. You know, and Esau ain't gonna present it like that. He gonna present it like a miracle. Like, you're blind, I can make you see again. If you can't walk, you know, I can make you walk again, kind of like that movie Upgrade with him. So he gonna pull out them wondrous miracles. You know, everybody gonna go for it. They be like, oh, I can see again. Oh, this thing is great, man. I can get in my house. I can get to work. All my money is on it. I ain't got to worry about that. All I got to do is just flash my hand or get my head scanned, and I'm good to go. You know, they're going to make it very convenient, easy. They already running commercials. The Netherlands run a commercial for the children. You know, so this thing is going down. They about to roll it out real soon. Why? Because they're behind the clock. You know, this devil is getting rushed. You know, I was thinking maybe we had another year or two, but now I'm looking like, man, they might roll this thing out at the beginning of their new year. The way it's looking, because they're already they got the new lockdown rules in place. You know, who done took over? The World Health Organization. When they signed it, when they get ready to go for these new lockdowns, man, that's gonna be it, man. They're gonna snatch people up. The camps gonna get implemented, and that's where they're gonna that's when the temptation gonna come in. They're gonna tempt everybody. Like, you know, if you want to stay in this system, you're gonna have to comply and do this. If not, you know, we're gonna do away with you. They're gonna say, what? We're overpopulated. You know, that's this whole the snare the devil's running right now. He want to run population control. You know, he wants to if you comply, you know, get the device in your body, then he's gonna say, okay, you can make it, but see, you ain't gonna really make it. Now you're in the crosshairs of Yahushua. And like, I'll say, forget this devil, man. I don't want no smoke with my power. You know, you don't want to get burnt alive with some radioactive fire, man. You know, your eyes and your tongue dissolve while you're standing. That's a bad way to go, man. So, hey, throw the middle finger up to this devil, man. It's time for us to resist and fight now. Build your strength now. That way, when the fight comes, it's coming soon. So you better get the training. When the fight comes, you can resist the wiles of the devil. You know?
Precepts that to go into that ministry of getting that mark as well, too. But this is Revelation 16 and 1. But this is most likely what you're going to see before the nuclear missile comes for those who actually get that device. So Revelation 16 and 1, and it says, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your way and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vials upon the earth, and there fell a noosome and grievous sword upon the men which had the mark of the beast upon them which worship his image. Okay, and that's what and that's another thing. That's another penalty for getting this mark as well too. Because you're going to see a grievous sword that ain't gonna be able to be healed. Okay, you probably gonna see pus. You're gonna see pus on people's heads, and they really gonna be looking like zombies then. Okay, but you know, when you look at them zombies, they got something on their head right there, and then they got something on their hand, and it make their skin look bad. So that's that gruesome and noosome sword that's gonna be that penalty for getting that device too. So I just wanted to point that out as well too. So, you know, it's a lot of penalty for getting that MOTB, and that's why we out here to tell you to resist the devil and do not get it. Okay, lean on Yahweh about your shot.
I got a quick one, just like the brother was talking about. Hey man, Esau got a God complex. He thinks he is God, right? And we're gonna present these so-called scientific miracles like they are miracles, and they're not miracles. They're just divinations that the Lord gave them. But it's ultimately to throw away Yahweh Bashem Yahshua so we can believe in Him instead of believing in our power is going to come and save us. And this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. It says, who exalted himself and who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that he worshiped so that he is God, sitteth in the throne, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And that's Esau Edom to a T, man. He's sitting in the temple, like trying to sit in the temple of God, showing himself that he is, but he's not. Hey, everything that he got came from Yahweh Bashem Yahshua to put people in a trick bag, put them in a stumbling block. But that stuff is going to get done away with pretty soon, man. And if you fall for it, hey, man, hey, just like the brother said, you putting yourself in a crosshair to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua.
That's the back. I had this fool too. God. And that's the back the brother up even further, man, because that's where they get their idea from. And first you got to think about that law that said, "Thou shalt not worship no other god, because I am a jealous power." Okay, so if you get that device, then you're worshiping other god. That is idol worship. So that means that's going to make the Heavenly Father even more angry. And I got another scripture that's in the law where these devils get their idea from, which is further prove that these devils know who the people are. Okay, so I'm gonna just read straight to the point. This is the law of servitude. Okay, so Exodus 21:6. Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and start from the top. All right, Exodus 21:1. It says, "Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing." Okay, so that is the true law that the Heavenly Father set for actual true servitude. But you notice that these devils, they own the jail system. They always want to keep us in servitude because they know that they profit off of us being in servitude. Okay, that's why they got the prison system. All right, that's why they got the monetary system where we go to work and we work paycheck to paycheck, but we don't have enough to actually get out on our own. We constantly have to depend on the government. And who run the government is Esau Edom. Okay, now verse 3, and it said, "If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she will born him a son or a daughter, the wife and her children shall be her master, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free." Okay, so this is basically the servant is given somewhat of a will to decide whether he want to stay or go. All right, and verse 6 is the point. "Then the master shall bring him unto the judge." Okay, who's the judge? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Ultimately, the judges that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set up would be somebody like the prophet of Moses of the old days, and so on and so forth. Okay, and he said, "He shall go out and bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through within all, and he shall serve him forever." Okay, and this is where they get their idea from. But they're not trying to go to the judges, just like that's why the argue brought out their precept, because they think they are God. Okay, so if they think they're the God, then they ain't got to report to nobody just to get a servant that's going to serve them forever. Okay, so that's where they get their idea from with the digital owl right here.
Yeah, and you think about it too, that's the only law this devil want to keep.
Yep.
The law where you stand serving forever. If you just seen what the Ock just read right there, how we did a servitude, you supposed to serve 6 years and 7, you let him go. Esau didn't do that with us. That's why he broke that law. When you read the word, understand the word, ate the whole road. This devil break every law in the book. The only law he want to keep is the one the Ock just read right there. Keep you a forever slave. And he gonna put a technological spin on it. That's why we call it a digital arm. So they gonna be this no regular thing. He want to put a device in your body. They GPS is you. They read your vital signs. And like the preacher I read earlier, he thinks he's God. He want to be God. He trying to intercept. That's why they splicing DNA. They trying to control the birth. Who live and die. Like these devils got a God complex.
They got the harp system trying to control the weather.
God,
I got a quick one on this. Is Isaiah 14:13. It says, "For thou," this is going into Esau trying to be God. It says, "For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit as upon the mount on the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the highest of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." And that's Esau Edom to a T.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that? So that shows them wanting to have that God complex. Like you talk to Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Bashi, you know, any of these little rich Edomites, they'll tell you I'm God. You know, especially them Amalekites. They be like, I've been running this show for the past 1,000 years. I'm God. You know, you just a nigger.
But the end result of that, I'm gonna read down one more verse. This is verse 15. This is the end result. They think they're gonna get away with it, but they're not. It says, "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell to the sides of the pit," and that's what they're gonna go down to. Man, they're gonna be living in the pit in the kingdom, doing subject to servitude, and they ultimately gonna get extinct off the planet Earth.
According to Obadiah.
For the wickedness that they polluted on the earth.
According to Obadiah, man, they can be done away with. Because why? Yahweh hates them. Read Romans 9 and 13. He hates Esau. You know, we hate Esau too. You know, he's the cancer of the earth. You know, he's like a disease. You know, he has to be rid out the way. You know, and like Yahweh he's like the antibody.
He does shit like that.
Yeah, he's not right. Which I'm about to get to that. You know, I got a precept. This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for appointed time, but the end shall speak and not lie. Though we tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry. You know, so that shows we at the end. What's not tarrying? The MOTB coming in. You know, that device. You know, that's what's coming, and that's not tarrying. Now we seeing it's about to come into play. Like it's a reality now. And the more we move forward in prophecy, the more you're gonna see it is that's what that is. And they're gonna find out a very clever way and to entice you into taking that. You know, they want you to bow down. You know, they ain't gonna just like force it in you, like you hold it down, put it in. You know, they're gonna put it where like you in a bad situation. You like, man, give it to me, man, so I can keep living. You know, so that's the vision. It said at the end it should speak. That's why these other camps should shut up right now. The MOTV talking right now. Every time Elon Musk do a commercial or talk about where he at, you know, on his device, they running commercials. They ran a commercial in China, the NFC. Every time they do that, hey, I don't want to hear what Nate got to say, IUSPK, like, and watch for Israel. Like, shut up, dude. What you talk about? Talk about it ain't that. It's a philosophy. Yeah. This devil promote a device. You know, so it's talking right now. So now the real men of the Lord are now standing out.
And just to entertain that idea, let's say if it was a philosophy, how are you going to explain the other part where it says buy and sell? So are you going to go up to a store and say, hey, I believe in Christianity, but you know that because a lot of them say Christianity is the mark of the beast, and they say, well, I believe in Christianity, so I can buy this product. How is that going to work? You know, if you want to believe that philosophy, how is it going to work? And see, and that's why we say it's the MOTB, that RFIDCHIP. Okay,
you can finesse that. Yeah, that's an easy thing. Like, yeah, I believe in Jesus.
Hey, so what's the other group that say, sleeping with white women, man? I had like five. I slept with like 5 white women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And how is that a mark? Right. How can they be seen upon you?
Right.
We're gonna say, yeah, she at the house. Like, let me show you a selfie real quick. Yeah. See, that's me and her real quick. Yeah. You know, or an embargo.
You falling for that, you're gonna die, man. See, that's why the Lord said it's time to wake out of sleep, man. You can't get thrown out for all these wicked camps. It's pushing all this madness whenever, hey, it's plain as day, blatant in your face with the MOTB is. Man.
And that's y'all trying like separating and showing himself. He's showing his real men. His real men not standing at 100% truth now. You know, these other camps, they're gonna be scrambling, doing damage control. Like, well, then you got IUK gonna take, man, take that. You think if God cares?
And if you're a part of the whole elect, you gotta shake that off. Hey, you can't fall for that madness. I got a quick one. This is Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the times, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now our salvation is nearer than we believe. Hey, our salvation is nearer than we believe. And if you want to trip up over that when it's blatantly in your face, hey man, you kind of deserve it. Read it now. It says, the night is far spent. The day is at hand. Hey man, the night is far spent. The day is at hand. There's a light shining now. We see the truth. Hey, it ain't dark no more where Esau is running around you like in a circle and you can't keep up. Hey, we see what's going on now. reading on, it says, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light." Hey, we gotta put on that armor of light, knowing this truth, man. Because hey, that's them camps trying to rock you to sleep, put you back in that darkness. You got it.
And with a 501c3, guess what? Esau owned them camps. So that's Esau trying to trip you up and deceive you. He gonna give you what you want. Oh, you want a camp? You know, you want to hear that Hebrew Israelite talk? I got something, folks. All he do is go find that coon Sambo nigga, give him a bag, which our pastor Evans already told us, man. Like IUIC, that dude he set up. He took the check. He took the bag.
Find a nigga that's a little charismatic that can, get a crowd to follow him, and just make up some madness, give him a bag, and put some flashy stuff on. Then hey, you got a recipe for a nigga pie right there.
And what you say, the deceiver are his? That's a snare and a trap. You know what I'm saying? So now, your spirit, like I said right there, you gotta wake out of sleep, man. Your spirit gotta be beaming high. Your discernment gotta be on high. Your faith gotta be on high. You really gotta be investigating, doing your studies, man. See who's the real man and who's not. Like, your antennas need to be up right now. You need to be questioning, studying everything. They need to be your like everyday thing, like comparing and contrasting things. It's time to get up on that. You can't just be like some damn zombie and just won't, eat up or a pet or whatever somebody can put down your throat, man. Because like you said, the scripture say Esau like a roaring lion right now. And he's like a cunning hunter. He said traps and snares. He looking like, who gonna fall for that? I'm gonna set up this camp. They're gonna spit that Hebrew Israelite stuff they like, and really they work for me. And I'm gonna have them tell them to go get my device. That's a cool, quick 5 million Israelites I'm gonna get just like that. Easy. That's why the devil think he's slick and smart. That's why he's compared to a serpent. Because didn't they say the serpent is like one of the wisest creatures on the planet Earth? Man. So the devil, he's like a snake, man. He's cunning, he's sitting back, and he just thinking of ways to just trip people up. And these false camps, that to me is because I'm seeing Jake right now. I'm seeing Jake is sincerely trying to get the truth, but they ain't got the spirit, man. They caught up in IUIC. Because IUIC saved you coming out the Plantation Christian Church. Like, IUIC is the perfect thing to fall into because they're the same thing. IUIC ain't nothing but Plantation Christianity with a Hebrew Israelite twist. They still say Jesus. They still be all in temples and stuff, do parties, fashion shows. Like, it's just like the church. They really ain't sincere what they say. They say keep the law, but they ain't keeping the law. They all lined up. So you can act like you holy, but you really ain't got to be holy. You ain't got to spit the 100% truth. You come in a big old group, march, chant little name. It's very world friendly, So to make it, it's very woman led. It's woman friendly. So Jake, like a lot of Jakes trying to get the truth. They done stumbled right into IUIC, and it look like that's where they're gonna stay at because they're comfortable. You can't be comfortable here, man. You got to look at the BS. And I noticed another thing too. Jake is scared. Jake is scared to get to the truth. They see the diabolical plan of Esau, and they like, oh, I need comfort. IUIC sound good. I don't like, man, GMS, they kind of rough around the edges. They say Jake is trouble. That's scary. I don't like that. Now what they talk about ain't so bad. Plus, I'm going to go to this concert he's throwing, watch a comedy show, and get me a wife and drink and feel good and make mirth.
I like when they say prophesied gonna be under me lies right there.
Yeah, smooth things. They come with that smooth things. He don't come with the truth like, hey man, this devil all hell about to break loose. We tell you that. Like we tell you the terror of the Lord, because that's what's coming. So we're girding you up with truth. That way, like we getting you ready for the war. That way, so when it hit, you ain't, I didn't know. You ain't, all messed up like that. Like we getting you ready, so when it hit, you like, I knew it, but you're gonna be like a soldier, like I knew it was gonna hit. And you're gonna click in, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be quiet, I ain't running to Esau military. Hey, them IUIC dudes gonna get the crime, man. They told them at first, what no Jacob's trouble. So they in the spirit of mirth, man. They think everything gonna be all peaches and cream. So when it hit, man, I guarantee them that all them dudes gonna, take whatever Esau prescribed. They were like, just make it go away. I'll do whatever, man. I'm sorry, man. I just do this. Plus, my teacher said it ain't that. So I can get that, as long as I don't believe in, Christianity, I'm good. They all, got the device in their bodies. They already like probably a little light blinking. You see the little grain of rice in their skin, you know.
And that's gonna be a horrible judgment because you had a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. And then, like you're an Israelite, and then you still took the mark of the beast. Hey, you're gonna get hit with all the plagues, man. Just like the scripture said, you're gonna get beat with many stripes because you knew. You just didn't follow along with it. I got a quick precept.
I had one too. Did that precept?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Go ahead.
I just quoted it anyway. This is Romans 10 and 2. It says, for I bear them witness that they should have a zeal of Yahweh, but not according to knowledge. And that's a lot of these IUIC, ISUPK, and all of they know they Israelites. They don't have a spirit. They don't have the Holy Spirit. And I got another one just jumping down. This is Romans 12 and 11. It says, do not be slothful in the zeal. And that's what they are. They slothful in zeal, man. They got zeal, but they don't got it. And it says, but be fervent in the spirit and serve the Lord. And they ain't doing that wholeheartedly, man. They only got a little piece of the truth, man. They only got a little piece of it. That's just that zeal, but they slothful in it.
I like that. They lazy.
That's what it is. That's the reason why. That's why. Because when the scripture literally said, because when the oxygen mentioned, put on that whole armor goes into studying to show thyself approved. Okay, and it also goes into, I believe you quoted 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant. Okay, because when you're being sober, you have to be level-headed. Okay, you have to look at it, and then you have to be watching. Basically, being vigilant means watching the devil. Okay, and so when you put on the whole armor of truth, this is one of the scriptures right here. As a matter of fact, when you read 1 John 4 and 1 in the blue letter Bible, it literally says at the top, discerning false prophets. It literally says that. Okay, so I'm gonna read it in King James version, and I'm gonna read it in NLT version as well. Okay, so it says, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are going out into the world. Okay, now when you look up that word try, in the Greek word is dokimazo, and that means to scrutinize, examine. Okay, now in the NLT version break it all down. Okay, it says, dear friends, do not believe everyone who claims to speak the spirit. You must test them to see if the spirit they have come from Yahweh by Yahweh. For there are many false prophets are going out into the world. Okay, so that to totally break that whole down, the Aki brought out being slothful in spirit. Okay, you can't use discernment if you're a slothful individual, and this is why a lot of people are gonna get destroyed because they too lazy, or they have a respectful person just to not scrutinize and keep these laws or keep these advices that the Heavenly Father told us to do. Okay, so you must have that discernment in order for you to pick out who is who, and this is why we follow GMS. You got it, dog.
God, I like that, man. Listen, I know about that. 1 Peter 5 and 8, you say that all the time. Yeah. Be sober, be vigilant. Vigilant means you got to be on guard. And like I put that in one precept, fervent. Fervent, man, you got to be on top. Like you got to be like, man, what they doing? What they doing over here? You know what I'm saying? I be looking at like these women, like these Keishas and stuff, and these ratchets. Like you investigate your man's phone and what this chick over here doing, but when it comes to the truth, you don't want to know nothing about that, man. You can tell everything about somebody's Facebook. You know what this person got going. These niggas too. They nosy too. Yep. I ain't gonna leave them out. They the same way. This nigga got rims. He messing with this chick over here. Like Jake put their energy to the wrong thing.
You can tell the whole backstory on Love and Hip Hop. Who's messing with who? Who's doing that? Yeah. And hey, but you don't know nothing about this truth in the scriptures.
God. And then like this goes into your salvation. This is where you should be putting your energy at. This really should be where your conversation is at, man. I talked to a lot of Jake. Jake can tell you about the NBA, who need to sign this and what's going on that, and what I'm gonna do over here and get a business. Like when I'm at the job, I just look at Jake's conversation like, man, here we are, all hell about to break loose. This devil about to run out his MOTB, and Jake is totally oblivious to that. Totally oblivious.
I got a quick testimony about that because I had a Jake and I told him I was like, back when we was in the world, we'll tell you what our favorite team was. And he asked me what my favorite football team was. I was like, the Eagles. And he was like, and then he started testing. He was like, who the quarterback right now? Like, okay, man, but I ain't been, to be honest with you, I ain't been paying attention to it. But, I was just like, I'm more into this word than anything, but I really don't know. I ain't been paying attention
Yeah.
And that's how you know that Jake is more into it. They investigate. They tell you, you know, they know all the stats. Okay, but if they were to put that same energy, then they would know who your enemies are. They'll know who the enemy, your number one enemy. They'll know who the enemies that join in with these devils. They'll know that. All they have to do, and it don't take that long to figure that out, man.
He got 2 years left on his contract, and he's estimated to get $36.7 million. But like, hey, man, hey, but you don't know who your enemy is, and hey, what the market release is, or hey, none of that stuff.
What's going on out here in the world?
Right? Nothing is gonna pertain to your salvation, but you know all this carnal shit.
Right? But Jake will look at that crazy because I say my favorite football team is, and I don't know who the quarterback is.
Yeah, they look at you like you stupid.
Yeah,
you know, but this fool don't know what's going on in the world. Why they switching monetary system? Why the economy is crashing? Why inflation's going up? Why we still got racism?
Why the food so high?
God, that's inflation. Don't know nothing about it. They can't tell you why that's happening. Why the gas fluctuate up and down? You know, why is Ukraine and Russia going to war right now? They can't tell you none of that. They tell you some old stupid frivolous stuff that don't matter, man. You know, especially like when you talk to these women, man. Women love to talk about nothing. Majority of the time. That's why I see where Yabasha set men up to do this thing. Because they're too into their feelings and stuff that like you be looking like, and you can't get to the bottom of that with women either. Like everything is about their feelings, and it'll mess the whole conversation up. Like you'll never get to, you can't have a council with women. You have a council with women, you ain't gonna get nothing done. Nothing. I don't like the way you said that and how I felt about this, and like you go on a tangent and be way off the scale. Like you can't go to imagine going to war with a group of women.
Oh man, it'd be easy. And that's the main reason why Esau went to because you know when you mentioned that serpent, that's why he went to Eve. Because they more in tune to their emotion. And they're more easy to separate from the flock.
Yeah, and it's easy because they don't even like talk about important things. Like I used to think about like my mother and my grandmother, my aunt. It used to be torturing me to have to listen to them talk. I'm like, y'all sitting there for hours talking about nothing. Can I go outside or something? Like, God dang, at least something like entertaining or, you know, pertaining to something useful. They'll talk like 6 hours about some bedroom drapes and some damn sheets, man. Like, what the, you know? And I'm like, man, this devil here conquering continents, man. Like that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, I see why Esau like single mother household, because that Jake is not gonna get anything impactful to be, you know, to upset his power system. Because he done sit here and listen to females talk about absolutely nothing his whole life. So if it ain't on his spirit to seek out wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, he's not gonna get it. And then he's gonna take on their characteristics. You're gonna have a whole man that's in his feelings, you know, all about I felt like this, and he's gonna be worried about trying to match his days up with his outfit. That's gonna be like his biggest concern in life, making sure he look good so he can get some hood rat. You know, that's why Esau don't want men. You know, this wise counsel, this right here, what you see in this church, it upsets this devil, man. Cause like when we get together, we talk about, you know, important things. We are watchmen. We watching Esau. We know who our enemies are. We watching every move we make. We talking about important things. We building a nation. We talking about things that matter. What is Esau doing? What's his next step? Where are we at in prophecy? You know, what do we need to do to get back on track? We examine our own selves. Am I keeping the laws and commands to the best of my ability? Am I being diligent enough? You know, am I really feeding the sheep good? Like we worry about things of that nature. We trying to build a nation. And the first thing of building a nation is like, first you got to build them up with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. First you need to know who you are, where you came from. You need, like I said earlier, you need to know who your enemies are. You need to know what they done did to us. Then you need to understand your power. Then you need to understand where you're going. You understand what they about to do. This devil, we telling like right now, we tell this devil about to put a device in your body. He's looking to take away your monetary system, your job, your car, your way of life. They call it a global reset. The World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab. They say we over investigating serious things. We talking about the serious thing. We looking at what the elites is doing, the elite bankers, you know? And we let you know, like, don't do this move right here. It's a trick. He's trying to make it where you're not acceptable to Yahweh Shah. The devil trying to defile you. He's trying to trick you. And see, they don't like that. When you talk like that and say if Jake is sincerely listening to us, when the devil run his game plan, they gonna be like, I knew you was gonna do this. I heard you was gonna do this. And hey, the 52 fake ain't gonna work. He gonna fight. That's another reason, man. We raising men over here. We telling men how to be men. Because who makes a man? Yahweh Shah makes you a man. So now we telling you, man, fuck Michael Jordan. Look at King David. Be like him. You know? Yeah, King Solomon was Yahweh Shah. Be like him.
King Solomon said, he said all of this stuff is vanity. Vanity. All of this stuff that we just talked about that Jake be putting their energy into is vanity. And it's pointless. Okay. So, but if you looking into the kingdom, you know what is it say? Set your affection on things above. That's looking towards the kingdom.
That's where we at.
I got a quick one. These are couple comments off the comment board. This is Jeremiah Kabar. It says wisdom. Proverbs 4:7. It says wisdom is the principal thing. Right. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all things get understanding. It's another one from the brother. The Proverbs 4:13. It says, take fast and hold of instructions. Let her not go. Keep her, for she is life.
Woo! So that's what this going on in this wild council, man. Wisdom. And not just any wisdom. This is wisdom of Yahweh Basham Shah, the highest wisdom on the face of the planet Earth. It don't get no higher than this, man. That's what we kicking out to the nation now. Because when you get laced up with this wisdom, oh, man, Esau can't do nothing with you no more. Now you a major issue in his system, you know, because now you know who he is, you know what he about, and you know what he's going to do before he do it. And I notice what it does, it strips that devil naked. They don't like that. They do not like that. Now, I notice when I'm at work, and I'm looking at Esau, it's like a spiritual battle. It's a spiritual thing. He's like, he knows that I know who he is. Like, he feel a certain way with just the look I give him. Like, it's like he knows I know who he is. I'm not like a Jake that's in the dark or looking to him like he's God or something, or to make a way for him. Looking at Esau like, what you want, you little funky ass devil? What you got to say now? I know you're going to come with a lie. What you going to come with? And I know that Esau don't like when you look at him like that. I'm talking about Edomites is like 6'5", 230 pounds. You know, when we at work and I look at them, man, they crumpled up like a little kid. And they treat me like, you know, like it's a lion walking through. Like, man, this dude right here, he's something else. I don't know what to do with him. And they're trying to figure out what it is. And what it is, well, I appreciate it's wisdom. That knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Shah, what's going on, has now been bestowed. That's when Yahweh Shah said I would support my spirit out on man. Man, it's been poured out right now. That's happening. That prophecy is running live right now. We're getting the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. It is transforming us. Now we stand on our feet. Now we like, it's like we back from the dead. You know, we living now. Now we like, oh, man, I know who you is. I know what you done did. And now it's like we waiting on Yahweh Shah. We waiting on the wedding. So with that, we're looking to offset this devil when he comes with a diabolical plan. Like, first, we already know what it is. We know it's coming down the pipeline. So it's like we sitting down, we waiting. It's like a person coming to rob you. And you sitting at the door with your shotgun. Yeah. They open the door like, oh, what? You knew I was coming? You know, like that deep in the night. You know, he gonna come in the house. You gonna flip the light on like, yeah, I knew you was coming in here. You know, and you already got the gun on him. You know, the devil don't like that, man. He's looking to come like for like he wants you to be docile and weak and defenseless, and he wants you to be like dumb and don't know nothing. That way he can, like, you know, put his arm around you, act friendly, and go ahead and trick you, man. By what? By wine, philosophy. He want to do you like he did Eve. That's what Esau want to do. Now he's mad because Jake now is we coming into our full manhood. Like Adam. Adam knew. You know? How did he know? Because Yahweh talked to him. So now Yahweh Shah is talking to us, man. And now we being made men again, and we know. So now we're looking at this devil, and they like, we ain't gonna do like Adam did. But Eve wanna, you know, follow after Esau and do all that. We like, man, have to go. You know, we'll get another wife. Women are coming to the kingdom. So if you want to get that device, help them buy. So we're not gonna, like, that's why scripture say things are written for our learning. You know, so we see where Adam messed up at. You know, so we're not gonna make that move. We ain't gonna be like King Solomon, man. We're gonna tell that chick, like, Bye. You want to do that? You want to take the advice? You want to bug out? Bye. Go ahead.
You want to worship that other devil? Cool. You know what I mean? We worship and got out about our shot.
Yeah, so we not in that Queen of Heaven spirit, man. We not worshiping women over here, man. Because we've been birthed on how women are, you know? And like the woman is the weaker vessel. Most likely she's gonna go for this scenario. She's gonna fall for it, you know? So as a man, you gotta be prepared to let that woman go. You know? Based on what we got coming. Because we know what's coming down the pipeline.
And that's exactly why Yahweh Shah said, he that seeks to save his life shall lose. So if you're seeking to save your life with your lifestyle, you're seeking to save your wife and everything else, then you're gonna lose. But he that loses his life for my sake shall gain his life. Do the paraphrase. Okay, so we're willing to give up our lifestyle for Yahweh Shah. And that's the spirit you gotta come in.
And for the women that sincerely seek Yahweh, when you hear these words, you're going to have to get strong. You got to build your faith up if you want to get salvation. You know, for the women that do want to make it. Because right now you're getting laced up with what's coming. So with this, you need to build your faith up, which it goes into your courage if you want to make it, to resist this devil. Because there are going to be women that do be saved. So now we're at the point where, you know, you got to decide what you're going to do before it come out. Run the scenario through your head, you know. I already know your people going to, you know, turn against you. They're going to take it. So this is like to build us up and numb us to the world right now. We're here to build up now and forsake it. Because we know the devil's about to put us in a new system. And we already know we're not going to comply. So you got to go ahead and start forsaking that stuff. Like I said, what's that, Revelation? I want to say chapter 18. You know, don't quote me. I might go get it. It said, forsake her, you know, but she about to be destroyed. It's 18 and 4, huh?
Come out of her, my people.
Yep. There it go right there, man. Come out of her, my people, forsake her. That's talking about get rid of these American dreams. Quit thinking about living in Babylon the Great, man. Now we need to start getting kingdom minded. We need to look past this place and look forward to what we got coming. And that'll keep your strength built up to where you can, you know, you can take what's to come. You won't faint. You won't be, oh my God, they doing this and that. I gotta get it. I heard Jay say that already. You know, I gotta be my family say, well, they do it, I gotta get it. You know, they already made their decision. They're gonna take whatever the devil prescribes. Us, you know, I know I'm not taking that, man. So I gotta build up now, man. Run the scenarios when Esau gonna do what he gonna say. So when it comes, it's not like a surprise to me. Like I've already been building up for it. It's like a fight. This is training. Listen to these wild words. That's training, man. That's like sparring. Like you already, you know, getting your right and left going, you know. So when the fight comes, man, you already know how to throw your moves out there. Like this is nothing new to me. I've been training for this fight. You gonna put your mouthpiece in. As soon as you see Esau in his military, your spiritual mouth, you're gonna put your mouthpiece in. Like, here we go. You know, I knew you was coming, devil. Let's get with it. You know, and you're gonna be able to stand to the wiles of that devil. I want to pull out this right here. This is Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up in him is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. So that's back of what I said right there, man. The just gonna live by faith. Esau's soul is uplifted. Esau got everything. He got all the resources in the world. He got control of all the people. So his soul ain't right, man. Esau like, shit, I'm God. You know, what somebody gonna do to me? Who gonna tell me what to do? I do whatever I want to do. I'm God. You know, like what's that thing said? Klaus Schwab, he said God is fake news.
Yeah.
You know, they never said that. He never was full of pride, man. So they thumbing their nose of Yahweh Bashim Shah. That's why he about to rock this place. He's gonna show the devil who really running. You know, and Lord willing, we the men, and we get that spiritual power. I want to be in on that. I want to kick Esau in the butt, man. I want to put hands on Esau. You know, that's why we out here doing the work. I want to be a part of that because Esau deserves it. And they're like, that pisses me off hearing that devil say that. That's offensive to me. You know, talking about my power, fake news. What? Devil, that's that boy. Hey, look at that power. Hey, but we're gonna come up in there and bust him up in his mouth, man, and torture that devil. You know? Because his soul is not right, man. He's all not right, man. Plus, I think about all the crime, all the affliction they done did to my people, man. I still carry that with me. I ain't forgot. We ain't forgot about that. That's why it's going to be a good thing to see the downfall of Esau, man. That's going to be a very, very great thing, you know, to see the devil fall down. And like, we ain't in that Sambo Cool spirit. We ain't going to get the devil helping hand We're gonna give him a helping right hook and knock his teeth down on the floor. Tell him to pick him up. And he's trying to pick him up, kick him in his butt, I ain't gonna go too far with it, but hey, we gonna do bad to this devil. We're gonna feel good about it. Cause look, I want to read 5 too. Because this is how this devil do. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires hell, and is as dead. All that devil do is smoke death. It cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. So that's just MOTB is about. He's trying to gather all the nations, all the people, one world. He's trying to own everything. He already got it. But like the scripture said right there, he's not satisfied with that. That's not good enough. No, I want to know where you're going, what to buy. Like, you probably have people living in cubicles or camps, because what the devil said, you own nothing to be happy. So he doesn't want you to have nothing. They don't want you to have nothing, man. They want you living like a little ant or a beast in the field. You report here, you report there. They're probably going to dictate, like, either if you can have children or not. They might spade and neuter you. They probably do that with the device. Flood your system with some hormones, and you can't produce no more.
It's make it even worse. Like
they did it with the what's the name? Now think about it. During the pandemic.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of women are sterile now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
so
they are.
The devil already doing that. But go ahead.
And some of them women lost their, some of them women actually miscarried too.
Yeah, see what I'm talking about? See, that's that devil, man. Yeah, and he transgressed by what? Wine. What they go into philosophy. He wants you to be drunk with it. He wants what they call it pseudoscience. Right. Then the devil, he's so messed up. He's trying to tell you that boo-boo is clean. And boo-boo is an antibacterial. And study says you need to eat it.
There's an article that's talking about we need to consider eating bugs.
They're promoting that.
Yeah,
they're trying to run that out. They say they're gonna get so foul. They'll tell you the experts said that boo-boo has 18% protein, and it's really antibacterial, and it's really good for you. And the whole time, everybody knows it's waste. Even the child knows it's no good. But the devil gonna say, "I got my degrees. I'm a public official, and I said," and then they're gonna run a scenario, and then also you go hear Jake saying, "Well, boo-boo is good."
I got something to back. Got something to back you up. This is Ecclesiastes 12, and I'm gonna start at 10. It says, "Never trust thy enemy, for like if iron rusteth, so of his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if he wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest then he have overthrown thee." It says, He stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember these words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is beaten with the serpent, or any such come nigh wild beasts?
And that right there, because he just broke down the whole, basically how the devil's gonna act towards you. He just broke that whole thing down. So what he just said, what he just read right there, who will pity the charmer that is beaten by a snake? So after everything that we just read, you still trust the devil. We ain't gonna have no pity for you. Okay? There ain't gonna be no pity for you because you've been warned and we told you what the devil's gonna do, and you still went to trust him. So it ain't our fault. Your blood ain't on our hand after that.
It said, though he humble himself and go crouch and take good heed and beware him. So like once he go humble and go crouch and talking them good words, well, my scientist said this and it's coming to help you in this. It said beware him because he's telling the lie. He's trying to do anything to overthrow you. That's why I said sit him not at thy right hand, at least he's gonna try to seek to take thy seat. So he's looking to stand over you and take you out of the picture so he can rule over. But it's not gonna happen.
That could be him talking about, hey, we're gonna pay our reparations. And we so nice and good, we're gonna give it to y'all first.
That's why the scripture said, hey, a gift destroyeth the heart. Hey, we don't want his reparations, man. His reparations is gonna come with the shedding of his blood. The scripture said.
And this scripture right here, because King David, had him broken down to a T right here. So this is Psalm 55 and 21. It said the word of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His word was softer than oil, yet were they drawn sword. Okay, so that's exactly what he just broke down right there. He gonna come into you sweet. He gonna, hey man, it's a good idea right here, man. Hey, you should go ahead and do this. You know, hey, I got a cool. Hey, this is the best deal you ever had.
Take this MOTB and you can eat, man. Like I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah.
And, like you can't eat without this, and you can get into the special building. And all you got to do is swipe your hand, and you got you some sanctuary.
I'll give you 10,000 credits if you line up first. No, and because my people get your people so bad, we'll give you 20,000 credits, man. Just take it, and that's how nice we are. Ain't we good?
Yeah. I even upgrade your chip, man. You will have some good stuff on here. You'll know how to do all kind of things.
You ain't about 2 pair of shoes and eat some rats.
And then, and I got another quick precept about the common boy, man. Shalom, Jeremiah Gabar, because it actually go real good with that who shall pity a charmer that's bitten with a snake. So this is Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 18. And it said, the simple inherit folly. Okay, so if you put trust in the devil, that's what you're gonna inherit. Okay, and it said, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. All right. And see, that's the point right there, man. We're crowned with the knowledge. We understand what the devil is going to be doing, okay? But if you still hear what we telling you, you trust in the devil, that's going to be your inheritance. And that going to lead you to your destruction right there. You got it up.
Yeah. See, man, like you say, it's all coming down the pipe, man. It's going to be that temptation. The devil, we all about to be tried right now. All of us about to be tried. And like he gonna dangle something real big in front of your face. Basically your life in Babylon the Great. They're gonna get dangled, right in front of your face. Yeah. And he gonna like, especially if they got children, families, he can be like, man, you wanna take care of your people, man. Hey, all you gotta do is a simple procedure and everything will go back to normal. And they basically, like I said, they're gonna run like that scenario. Like, you wanna go back to normal? Get the device in your body. Right? If not, you're not going back to normal. Matter of fact, hey,
we're gonna throw you in a FEMA camp if you don't want to apply.
Then when I say, man, you're gonna be a bad father, but you're gonna lose your wife. Don't do that, man. Be father of the year. Just take this. Right. Look, this camp said it's not that. So they say he gonna speak that. He gonna whisper your ears them good things. What the devil about to do. And see, that's why it's good to know who the devil is. Then you're gonna know what he's doing. You're gonna look at him like, this devil over here trying to finesse me, man. And like I know what they call that penalty if I take that. You trying to make it where I'm defiled. I ain't good to my power no more. So we're gonna tell that devil take that device and shove it up, shove it up your little pee hole, I ain't doing that. And they're gonna try to be rough with us. And what the scripture say? Touch my prophets, do my prophets no harm, loosely paraphrase, and then we gonna look for the miracles. Then we gonna see. Is Yahweh really dealing with us or not? There's only one way to find out. You got to get tossed in the fire. You got to be dead like 3 holy children. Okay? Like right now, we speculating we the men of the Lord. If Yahweh is really dealing with us, it looks like that, but we really gonna find out when Esau decides to, handle us roughly. Then that's that big shiny moment. And like, I'm ready to find out. I want to know. So that's why I'm looking at Esau like, come on with it. We gonna see. You gonna see, and I'm gonna see. But that moment has to happen. And I gotta believe that Yahweh is gonna react on my behalf. I can't get to that moment, get scared, and be crying and renounce him. Like I just broke.
That's why the Lord said to pray his prayer every day. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Right? Hey, you gotta constantly pray that, man, and hope in that. And then, hey, Lord willing, you would be that.
They coming. And they gonna come with us rough. We've been out. We've been doing this for like 2 years now, Akim. So they gonna come rough.
I think before, I think it might be 3. Might be 3. I don't know. Really, that's neither here nor there, but that's the deal. That if I told you, man, like, man, this is why we doing this work. But we hope, we hope that how about y'all gonna deliver us out of this.
Yeah, but the point I was making, I'm saying like how long we've been doing it, it's like we know the devil gonna come at us roughly. Like we've been on the front line talking about this devil,
casting him down in his own kingdom.
So Ain't gonna be no, they gonna come. They know our stance, man. Ain't gonna be no finesse. They know they gonna have to bring some truth, bring all of that, and we don't give a damn, you know. We all like we girded up. So that spirit, you all brothers and sisters need to be in. Like, bring it on, devil. I got Yahweh got my back. That's who's gonna protect me. Cause it's gonna come down to that. That's the mindset you gotta have. That the devil's gonna come to you rough, and then you gotta like build yourself up on like how you gonna carry yourself through that. And I feel like that builds up your faith and your courage. Because if you in this thing and you trying to like say for the people that's like trying to like watch it, but trying to like be on the sideline, on the cover back, not really trying to be out there like that, like I feel like you not built up enough to deal with it. You already kind of scared.
Matter of fact, that's elaborating further on that point. Why you just over there sitting on the sideline, you waste your time doing that when you could be easily building yourself up with the truth right here. That's wasting time when you sitting on the sideline and be like, okay, he got a point, but I'm not sure.
That's being lukewarm.
Yeah.
And the Lord is going to spew you out.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. I get it on the head. You being lukewarm, and like you're not gonna make it being like that. That's like straddling the fence. And Yahushua ain't looking for nobody like that. He looking for, like you read earlier, those that's fervent in the spirit, those that's vigilant in the spirit. Like those are, like I said, he's gonna say we're gonna be bold as a lion in the face of our enemies. And like to do that, you gotta build up. We need to come out the gate like I wish Esau would. We've been building ourselves up in this truth. We reading the scriptures, confident ourselves, and like we talk about it a lot. We run the scenarios. Like all of that is a building up. That's why I go to edification, go to build up.
That's why the scriptures say, look to the people of old to see and judge. So we gotta look. The scriptures lays it out. All the men that stood fervently, that stood stiffly for the Lord. Hey, just like what was that? Elisha and Elijah, he was like, hey, it'd be more to be with us than to be with them. Hey, you gotta have that type of mindset. Because hey, we got chariots to fight for us. We got angels, man. We got your house shot.
Hey, but like I told you, taking my job, I was like, cause he's still in touch with Christianity. He ain't got no faith. He's scared. He's like, how can you do all this, man? I'm scared. I was like, was King David scared when he went against Goliath? He's like, no. So I'm like, that spirit we gotta be in. Like, you can't be scared. And I know that plenty of Christianity makes you scary. Because it doesn't build you up on what's to come. You don't know what's to come. They got you wrapped in this love everybody, everything gonna go smooth and easy spirit, and it's like you're not built up. And then it makes you when the truth hits you, now you scared. Because you didn't think it was that bad. Go ahead, I'm gonna say, bro.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say this is another reason why Proverbs was it 3 and 5. We read that a lot too, where it said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not onto thy own understanding. Okay, and he said, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct our path. And it actually remind me of, I believe, Tay, you did a lesson where you do those Israelite review on a movie review. Because it said, in all thy ways acknowledge Jehovah Yahweh Shai. So we always say Jehovah Yahweh Shai is in everything you do. So even entertainment, okay, even when you go into entertainment, you need to be thinking of the Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Okay? And that's one thing that I wanted to bring out as well too. Okay,
yeah, that's the spiritual eyes, the spiritual lenses. And looking, that's like really staying in the spirit. When you're looking at everything spiritually, looking because Yahweh Shai is in everything. Like the scripture says, the spirit's in all things. So and he like I said, in Esau's, his entertainment or this your day-to-day life. Like what I've been going through, like at the job, everything I do now I look through spiritual lenses. Everything's spiritual. And I love to have upright conversations. That's why I love these brothers that's here with me now. Because I can talk to them like that. You can't really talk to worldly people like that. But everything is spiritual. Like I told that one scary little I don't know if you're a hammer or Jake, but at my job. Because he knows plantation Christianity. And we was talking about what's going on. So I just talked to him from a carnal aspect where he can get it. And he's talking about how scared he is. And I'm looking like, how you gonna call yourself a Christian? You're supposed to be of the Lord, but yet you're scared. And so I hit him with, it was King David scared, man. And he said no. So I said, that's the spirit we need to be in. Because I told him read Acts 15 and 16. Our salvation is the house of David, the tabernacle of David. So therefore, we need to have characteristics like King David. And what's the number of characteristics King David had? Faith, man. King David was not scared of nothing, man. He was always believing in Yahweh Shah. He always leaned on the Lord. Even when he did bad, he prayed to the Lord. So that's when King David seen Goliath, man, he like this old uncircumcised heathen. Man, I'm about to put a stone, and that's how we got to be when Esau comes in the military, man. That's a giant. Esau is a giant, man. This military, that's a giant. That's scary, you know? A tank roll down in your neighborhood, but we can't be in that like, oh my God. Now we gotta be like King David, you gotta roll out the house like, man. Hey, like Ox said, saying the Lord praying in your head, roll it down like a line, like, hey man, you better move it down the block when y'all shall do something to you. They be like, what? Cock the guns. And then, hey, wait for the miracle. You might get your spiritual power. A chariot might come out of nowhere, light the military up. You know, like I say, man, King David was a mighty man in the faith, man. King David he had spiritual power, man. King David was a small Jake, but was taking out tens of thousands of men. That was not no normal stuff, man. King David had that spiritual power. I'm looking at what was the key to King David's, like, how was he able to do that? And when I read Psalms, King David's faith was like through the roof, man. He always believed in the Lord. So I'm like, okay, if King David was like that, I need to be like that. You know, especially if, like, the house of David, our salvation is based on King David. Like, come on, man, that's a good forerunner to tailor your life like.
I wanted to elaborate on that part too, because when you said that Jake was scared, he basically doing the very thing that the Lord said not to do. But I just quoted Proverbs 3 and 5. He said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not on thy own understanding. If you're scared, you're leaning on your own understanding. So that's point blank period. Okay, and he said, all thy ways acknowledge him. Okay, acknowledge you how about you outside everything, no matter what.
Lord also said he didn't give us a spirit of fear.
Yep.
And see, that fear, man, that leads to a lack of faith. And that faith is not there because you haven't been built up and on what's to come. You didn't build yourself up. You've been really that fear coming in because you've been lied to. You was in a piece of safety spirit. You know, and then when your safety got compromised, because it was all a lie, now your whole system to fall back in fear and be scared for your life and beg for mercy from Esau the devil. You know, that's what you're going to fall back to. Versus had you been girded up in the truth, 100% truth, and your faith been built up, you'll know what's coming down the pipeline. And then, like, your faith can be built up to where you have courage and Yahweh Shah protecting you. So you're not gonna, like, it's gonna say the ones of us that's like really got that genuine faith and it's gonna be booming, it's gonna scare that devil. Because Esau's looking to roll down on scary Jakes. You know, so when they roll down on you with the gun, they got guns pointing at you, and you over in a calm state, they be like, what the hell? Why this Jake ain't scared? You don't see I got this AR-15 in your head? And then they gonna get scared. They're like, what the hell is it? Do he got a military over here? There's some drones up in the sky or something? Like, why is he not scared? I done ran up in 100 Jake's houses. They all crying, you know, begging for their life. And I just beat him down easy. But I run up in his house and he up here looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's not scared. And it's gonna scare that devil. He's like, this ain't normal. This Jake is different, man.
X-Men Magneto, like, oh, you mortals and you guns.
God,
I don't care about your guns.
God. No, you gonna be walking in that stance. And look, you might get spiritual power to do some Magneto shit. You know, shoot a bullet and that motherfucker just stop. You know, then fire back at their ass. Then, it's a wrap then.
Crumple up his gun like a paper ball or something.
God. Then it's a wrap. And then look, there's another reason why certain men gonna get it, certain men not. To get that type of ability, you gotta know what to do with it. Yahweh Shah is not gonna just get that ability to anybody. You gotta be given that to know what to do with it. That's to establish a kingdom. You gotta know the rules. You gotta be a righteous judge in order to get that type of ability. Because like he can't just have you run out here rogue, just knocking everybody off. You gotta have some type of sense of judgment. Because he's gonna give them abilities right there to preserve the other hopes we let. You know, and to preserve them. Because your job might be to go in the camp and get the other hopeful let out of there. Like who was that was about to Princess Peter? Or like you might get the task like Habakkuk. Like you might be tasked to go deliver some other hopefully let Jake. That's the reason you use giving that ability. Not to run out here to do any little thing you want to do. No. Your job is to go get them. I got other hopeful elects over here in the camp. I need you to go get them. And then you're going to have the wisdom not to understand who is who. You can just bust out there and just holler out like, hey, who is God and what's the son's name? And the Jake gonna know that name, man. They been built up in the truth. You know, just right there. That's like a holy password. You know, if they say Jesus, you can be like, you're going to do like the Lord say. You're going to depart from me. I never knew you. Lord don't know you. Nigga, I don't know no Jesus. You going to light them up. You ain't part of the whole elect, homie. You said the wrong name. You know, so that's why we've been built up in this thing, man. Yahushua's doing this thing perfectly, man. When I look at it, it's going down perfect. He's getting the people you want to get. He's letting us know what's about to go down. He's letting us know who the enemy is. And he's building us up to be righteous judges so we know what to do when it's game time. That's it. When the MOTV roll out, that's game time. You know, because then the favorite word gonna hit. Because this is gonna be either you know it or you don't. You know? Because we ain't gonna be out here forever. This thing coming to a close. Like I said it all the time, like the door's cracked. It's about to shut. You know? And people coming in, it's like you put your foot in the door, like, hold up, let me in. Hold up. I heard the name and sound right. Let me in. That's all you late people coming in. Y'all coming in, y'all put y'all foot in the door, which is a good thing. That's gonna save your life.
That's the spirit that's gonna come in at the last minute right there. The same people that gonna come in at the last minute.
Yeah, right when that door by there, they put their foot in the door. Hold on. Yeah, don't forget about me now. You know, so hey, we at the last minute. The last brothers and sisters about to come in, and hey, when all hell breaks loose, they said door of mercy is closed. Now it's like I got my hopeful letter seal. You know, I got the ones I want, and the rest I'm about to just let them. Hey, you gonna suffer my wrath. Whether you starve to death, whether Esau lock you up, and like your reward to make it past all of that, I'm gonna burn you up with a nuclear missile. You know, so you will not escape. Yahweh Shah. Nobody gonna escape the Lord. Everybody will be judged, you know, based on your works. So with that being said, your works need to be good. You know, it's best to be in this truth, man. Either doing the work, better help a hand to the work, you know, listening, edifying yourself, getting all the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding you can get. Like the precept I read early, man. I love that precept, man. So with all that getting, get understanding. You can't get enough of these living waters, man. Stay thirsty and drink up. Because we at the end of this thing. And it ain't no cliche either. We are truly at the end. You can see all the moves. You can see the uproars of the people. You can see Esau flexing his MOTV. We at the end. So at the end, man, you better be in the house of David. You know, sitting down, hey, looking fat, full of the truth. You better be sitting there, big belly, full of the truth.
Right.
You know, like I done ate so much up for this truth.
Be obese.
Yeah.
Be obese.
God. Like a sumo wrestler, like ready to just roll Esau all over in the truth, you know. So man, got any more push up?
Yeah, I got a few more. I got a couple more. I got this is Revelation 12 and 7, because the Aqua is saying when people get scared, this is the reason why we come in great boldness, because we know that Esau Edom, his kingdom is getting ready to fall. So in Revelation 12 and 7, and there was a war in heaven. Michael, his angel, fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought his angel and prevailed not. Okay? And it said, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And it said, the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world, was cast out into the earth, and his angel was cast out with him. Okay? And that scripture right there to give you great comfort, just to let you know that you shouldn't be scared of these devils. You shouldn't be scared of Esau, even the so-called white man, because their kingdom is going to fall. So it brings you great joy to understand that no matter what persecution they bring on, you know that their kingdom is getting ready to fall. Okay, and I got one more precept which I've been wanting to read. This Revelation 13 and 10. Okay, which is gonna back up that going down to verse 16, right? So this is 13 and 10. It said, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Okay, so these devils was one that issue out that digital all, they're leading into captivity by that digital all. Okay, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience in the faith of the saint. Okay, and this is why we are patiently waiting. All right, and that's why the ox mentioned, bring it on, Esau, so we know who is who. Okay, we're patiently waiting, because we know your kingdom gonna fall regardless. All right. So while we waiting on is figuring out who's gonna have that spiritual power. Okay. What our Lord and Savior how shall look like, and so on and so forth. All right. That's it. That's all I want to bring out.
I think I'm gonna leave off this right here. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which will come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. I'm here 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold thou fast with thy hands, that no man take thy crown. You hear that? So we're having this wisdom knowledge understanding. We already got the crown. So we got to do is make sure Esau don't take it from us, man. Because like it said right here, he said, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And how does he keep us from the hour of temptation? Based on this wisdom, knowledge, understanding, us knowing what it is, knowing what the temptation is. Because a lot of jakes, they heard it but didn't take it seriously. Therefore, they're going to fall for, when Esau puts that thing in their face. And they didn't gird it up. They didn't have a crown, or if they had it, they didn't hold fast to it, man. Esau was able to finesse them out of it. They wasn't rooted and grounded in that good soil, And he said, I'll come quick. And he said, keep the word of my patience. So that's why we patiently waiting on y'all to do his thing. And we patiently waiting on him to be taken down. We ain't trying to get out here and get it ourselves, put our faith in our weaponry. Let's go for what's that one group doing, New Jerusalem? The HOI. We ain't trying to build the kingdom up here. Like, no, man, we waiting on the Lord, man. That's not going to work. That's foolishness to me. This place gonna get hit with nuclear missiles. What the heck I look like building New Jerusalem here? So we patiently waiting on the Lord. We're gonna keep, the word of his patience, which is this word. And that's like I already said, that's how we're gonna overcome this devil, man. Based on the wisdom and understanding, Yahweh Shah. And Lord willing, that manifests into spiritual power. That way we can push it out physically, the will of Yahweh Shah. We can enforce our will on this devil. Then we can make that devil get down or lay down, and establish the kingdom right here on earth where it will be established. That's another thing, like, people don't know. They think you got to die to get to the kingdom of heaven. They don't know the kingdom of heaven has been established here. That's another big finesse move of plantation Christianity, man. They got them all messed up. They're not looking for Yahweh Shah's coming. Would you, like, not knowing the kingdom going to be established here, you're not looking for Yahweh Shah to come back. You looking to try to make the best you can do here. And that puts you in a bad spirit. That puts you in a spirit when you're not ready, you're not prepared.
YOLO spirit right
there. Yeah, I'm trying to get my money up, man. I ain't worried about you. Ain't even looking for the Lord. How you gonna be vigilant? How you gonna be a watcher? You ain't even watching. You too busy trying to get your bag together. The devil told that's the best you can do.
And then that's another thing. That's why we don't put too much stock into making money. All we worried about, just like the auntie mentioned in prayer, give us today our daily bread. That's all we need is our daily bread. That's all we need. We don't need nothing more. It's our daily bread. Now, if we try to get more than that, there's also a scripture in the book of Proverbs when it says, the riches profit not in a dead rat. And so in that day, when that day comes, all that money that you've been wasting your time on, it ain't going to mean nothing in the end. Okay? So this is why we say, seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
We'll keep it edifying. We'll give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Bashem, Rakatah, Kwam Yasharala, Wam Baba,
baby. Detail Baba Paul. Shalom.
Shalom. The water for all the comments
Shalom.
the water for all the comments on the comment board.